माटोको सुगन्ध, गीतको रात, हाम्रो मनभरि घर आँगनको याद। गाउँगल्लीमा खेल्दै गाउँदै कटाएका रमाइला दिन, सम्झौ सबै आज एकैछिन। सुनौलो घामले मन उज्यालो बनाउँछ, सपनाको रङ्ग फेरि घर आँगनमा आउँछ। आजको साँझ ती मिठा यादहरूलाई बोलाउँछ। गीत, कविता, नृत्य र नाटकले हृदय बढाउँछ। With the end of a beautiful poem starts a beautiful night full of cultures, memories, and enjoyment. For those who don't know me, I am Resha Shrestha.
And I am Shobit Raj Naparmi. And for those who do know us, how's the josh? Can I get you?
That's the way now. And now, without any further delay, I would like to start the night of
Samjanako Ghazalko 2026. तपाईं सबैलाई यो सुन्दर साँझमा हार्दिक स्वागत छ।
Tonight will not be just programs, but a journey to relive the extended memories that take us back to the beloved country Nepal.
Samjanako Ghazalko is not just a theme, it is a story.
It is a feeling.
It is our shared memory. Many of us here today have left our families and homes far away, going into the unknown to shape the best version of ourselves.
And in that journey, it is the small things that makes us long for home, that remind us of our identity.
Tonight, we bring forward to you all those small things that remind us what it is like to be at home.
To be a Nepali. So ladies and gentlemen, hold your memories close.
Open your hearts wide
And
get ready for a night full of culture, dance, drama, and emotions.
With immense pride and happiness, it is our utmost pleasure to welcome you all to
Samjanako Ghazalko.
Co-powered by Visionary Lava Fish and Nepali Kitchen.
Are you ready? यो भन्दा धेरै होला त लाइब्रेरीमै हुन्छ है। Let me try it once again. Are you ready?
But before we get started the event, let us remember all those who helped make the Samjana possible.
Please give us a hand to introduce the board members of the Nepali Student Association 2025 to 2026.
The voice of this organization who connected us to the community and made sure it reached out to everybody. The PR of the team, Trishika Rao.
The one person which stood there through all the technical difficulties for this journey. The IT head of the team, Dipanshu Joshi.
The voice behind the plans and the gatekeeper of our planning. The secretary of our team, Roshni Nepal.
The creative visualizer who has worked very hard to promote the event and keep everything as professional as possible. The graphic designer of the team, Som Nepal.
The people without whom this event absolutely could not have been possible. Please give us a hand bringing our amazing event managers to stage one by one. Rupsana Maharjan.
Safar Maharzan,
Kantan Betwal,
Stuti Shrestha.
Let us also acknowledge our respected guests, organizers, and especially our performers who have invested so much of their time to make this event successful. Big round of applause for all.
Now let us all rise for the national anthems.
I would like to request all of the board members to kindly take their seats. I would like to request all the board members to kindly take their seats.
Before that, we actually forgot to bring in the stage the main people because of whom this night was possible. Let me call upon the Director of Administration for NSA, Shishir Gimire. Big round of applause. A hardworking soul and a backbone for NSA, without whom much of this would not have been possible. A big round of applause to the Vice President of NSA, Pinky Joshi. Now finally, the leader of the team, a good friend of mine, the big brains behind all these, the President of NSA, Tushar Joshi!
And I would like to thank all of the board members for all your support, and we would like to kindly take their seats.
Well, that was a little mishap in there, but I guess that's just covered it pretty well. Good evening, everyone. How are you all doing? Doing good? Sounds lighter than lighter again, but how are you all doing? Perfect. My name is Tushar Joshi. I'm a senior studying software engineering here at St. John State, and I really appreciate each and every one of you all who have taking your time today, this evening, to come to Samdanago Jozoku. Samdanago Jozoku means flashes of lights, flashes of memories, and I'll talk a little bit more about that after this, I guess. First, I want to thank my family. Second, my team. Team NSA, a round of applause for them again. A round of applause for my team, guys. I want to thank people who have stood by me since day one. I want to thank Shlokai, he's around there. I want to thank my 5 to 5 boys, Ashray, Anmo, Rabesh, and Dipanshu, and all the other ones who have supported me throughout the time here, and all my team members again. Today feels like a full circle moment for me. For all of us who came in as freshmen, figuring things out, organizing our very first event. Surprisingly, we organized a freshman welcome for my own class event. So that was the most interesting part which ever happened. That made me join NSA at the really first. To now standing as seniors, having led something meaningful over the years, and having raised over $50,000 for our country during the Gen Z protest which happened in September 2025, I feel really immensely. It's an immense pleasure to having served with the board which we currently have. Today is a great day, a Samdanago Jozoku, a reflection, a flash of memory that brought us here. All these years, everything we have done can be grounded in 4 pillars, which I've engraved in my body at this point. I have a tattoo of it on my left arm. And the 4 pillars are love, Maya, truth, Satya, Samman, respect, and Jigyasa, that is curiosity. All of these sums up all of us and all of our lives in total if you just take a moment and reflect on all these 4 pillars of your life. There's a saying that by all aerodynamic laws, it might be sounding a little cringe now. By all aerodynamic laws, a bumblebee should not be flying at all. However, despite all those facts, it still flies. No matter the odds, we show up, we rise, we make it happen. And thank you all for coming in today. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Thank you all for coming to the Nepal Night 2026. I'd like to call the MCs on stage and give you a brief info about the show today. And hope you enjoy it.
Some inspiring words, huh? Thank you for your beautiful words, Tushar. Now I would like to call upon the Faculty Advisor of NSA, Angie, and the Vice President of the Global and Multicultural Engagement, Sheza, to kindly come up to the stage and share a few words with us.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us here. I'm Angie Lee. I'm the Associate Director in Multicultural Student Services, and it's been my very great honor to advise the Nepalese Student Association for the past several years. This last year in particular, I feel like the Nepalese community has gone through and withstood a whole lot, and I'm always so proud of our Nepalese students, but I was truly inspired and proud of them in how they held their community together. So, reflecting on what Tushar was saying about his tattoos and love and truth, and I think that all really speaks to the Nepalese Student Association. And I also think, the theme, like lights and memory, we have so many great memories with the Nepalese Student Association. Decades of fantastic cultural nights, wonderful alum, the strong community, the support another, along with the local community and the community back home. And so I really hope that tonight, when the students show us the fun and the vibrance and the liveliness and the beautifulness of Nepalese culture, that you all enjoy it and you are inspired to create your own memories and support your communities as well. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Angie, for being an advisor for this great group and all the exec board members for really continuing to support the students that are here at St. Cloud State and leading this organization. This organization and the students are very special because we have a long history of having a large number of students from Nepal at St. Cloud State. Of course, recently, with some of the changes, we see a little bit of a decline. However, I'm positive that with the strong community and alumni that we have had at St. Cloud State, who are from Nepal and doing great things in the world, will continue to support St. Cloud State and make this university a choice for many that who will come to join, in the future. Personally, I've been to Nepal many times, and I always encourage every Nepalese night to ask everyone that if you ever get a chance, go and visit Nepal. Because Nepal is a beautiful, not only a beautiful country, of course everybody talks about all the mountains and everything, but really it's the people, the culture and the people, what really makes Nepal a beautiful country. Many of you know Nepal went through a little bit of a struggle last year around this time. However, a year now, later on, they have a new government and how young people are really changing that country for the better for everyone. And that really speaks about the nation and the people, how they come together and really think about building a nation and building a country. And there is something really, really special about that, which I will ask everyone, if you have a chance, go and visit. However, today you will get a little bit of a glimpse of the culture with all the beautiful dances and the songs and of course the food, and that's the beauty of it. But don't stop here, go a step further, make a friend who is from Nepal here or SCTCC or wherever that you come across, and then you get to go and travel that country. But now, enjoy the evening, and thank you to everyone for coming.
Thank you for your kind words, Shahzada and Angie, and also thank you for helping us build and grow the Nepali community that exists here. And now, it's finally time to travel back to time into all the memories. Because remember that this is not just an event. This course. Alright guys, that was an amazing performance. And after that amazing laughter-filled start of the night,
If your stomach hurts from laughing, don't worry, you're not alone.
we did start with comedy, but now
We transition into something just as powerful, storytelling through music and dance.
because if there's one thing that Nepal does the best,
It's turning emotions into performances. So
so now let us begin our performance segment.
To gently ease into the vibe, we are starting with something soulful.
The kind of performance that makes you pause, listen, and just feel.
So sit back, relax, and let the music take over for a bit.
Please welcome Prasamsa joined by Dinesh for a beautiful musical performance.
Oh yeah, that is me. Yeah, I'm so sorry.
I know, right? Suddenly everybody got quiet. Like we all remember something at the same time, but it was just the music playing in behind.
That's the power of music. No matter where you are, it takes you home. And speaking of memories, we are about to take you on a nostalgic ride, something out goes on us.
Risha, quick question. What is better than old music?
Old music?
Yeah?
I guess old music with a little modern magic.
Oh, no, that's dangerous, but in a good way.
I know, right? Blending tradition with today's energy. Please welcome Robika, Deepika, and Praktika. That just unlocked some core memories.
I swear it did unlock some core memories. I swear I at least saw 5 people moving the boys in there.
Sorry guys, we're going to dance might still come later. Now we're not living nostalgia yet.
No, we're not leaving nostalgia, but we're diving way deeper into it.
Think about 2000.
Flip phones, orchid vibes, and songs we still somehow remember word by word.
That era just had a different aura, and tonight we're bringing it back.
Please welcome Marima, Arya, and the team. No auto-tune, just auto-vibes.
And maybe a little bit of dramatic choreography.
A lot of dramatic choreography. Alright, guys, buckle up. Now we are entering our era.
Oh yeah. The era where everyone suddenly becomes a professional singer when their favorite song plays.
Don't act like you know every lyrics, Misha.
We assume the car comes in.
From 2010s hits to the early 2025s,
Get ready for energy, familiarity, and a whole type of high.
please give me a big round of applause in welcoming Prince and his group.
You weren't doing before, you definitely are now. Alright, here's one more question.
Go ahead.
What's better than treasures?
What's better than old treasures? Let me guess. Old treasures, but reimagined for today.
Exactly.
Because some classics, they never fade. They just evolve. So ladies and gentlemen, please give me a big hand in welcoming Sakshi and group for some classics.
देउरालीमा बतास चल्यो बतास चल्यो बतास चल्यो बतास चल्यो
देख्न आउँछ यो अटो भरेर ल्याइदेऊ पञ्चमी बजारको समय मात्रै भाका छ नि फेरि
नबिर्सी भरै
पन्थराईमा टीका घामको धुले सरी यो कलेजी विरतीले खायो मखमली चोलीमाथि छड्केलायो घरकी ए मखमली चोलीमाथि छड्केलायो घरकी रूप सुन्दर मेरी हजुर धपकै बलेकी मखमली चोलीमाथि छड्केलायो घरकी रूप सुन्दर मेरी हजुर दपकै बलेकी हेरिलो भई रूप सुन्दर मेरी हजुर दपकै बलेकी मखमली चोलीमाथि छड्केलायो घरकी रूप सुन्दर मेरी हजुर दपकै बलेकी हेरिलो भई रूप सुन्दर मेरी हजुर दपकै बलेकी रूप सुन्दर मेरी हजुर दपकै बलेकी
तिमी पुरुषहरूको एक मात्र परिचय दिन सक्छौ? चुप लाग तिमी। जीवनको हरेक लडाई अन्तिम सम्झेर लड्नेछु तिमीसँग।
छ्याम्मै जाल पानीमा आँखा पर्यो नानीमा राम्रो तिमी फुल झै शीतल तिमी जुन झै छ्याम्मै जाल पानीमा आँखा पर्यो नानीमा राम्रो तिमी फुल झै शीतल तिमी जुन झै उजेली छौ सुन भन्दा के चाहियो र यो भन्दा चाहिने जो जिन्दगानीमा चाहिने जो जिन्दगानीमा
We have arrived at the grand finale of this performance segment.
From the iconic days of Rajasabha to the latest trends taking over Nepal Night now.
This final act brings everything together.
Every era, every ride, one stage, and who better to deliver this?
And the people behind tonight's incredible event. Please give us a big round of applause for the board of directors and the final band performance. tonight for the Miss Auditorium, and the good news is we have more.